So we got another Marky Mark movie that involves gangs and crime and violence and cursing and all this stuff that we've seen before. Where could they go wrong? Today I'll be reviewing Contraband. Contraband stars Marky Mark, or Mark Wahlberg if you're formal, Kate Beckinsale, Ben Foster, J.K. Simmons, and Giovanni Ribisi. You shouldn't really expect that much going into this. It's one of those action movies that you just go in to have a fun time if you're bored, really. The acting was just fine, and the actors, it seemed like they did as much as they could with what they had. Mark Wahlberg usually does keep the audience watching, and he does have this like charisma, or this, I don't know what it is, he has like this mojo, and it just keeps the audience interested. Kate Beckinsale was Kate Beckinsale. I didn't think she had chops, but I feel like I did see something from her in this movie. She actually acted superb for what she had. Now, the two people I want to talk about are Ben Foster and Giovanni Ribisi. Both of these guys are in movies, and people usually don't know who they are, but they should be more recognized. Ben Foster's been in a lot of like underrated movies. Usually he's like a yeah, that's what Ben Foster does. Usually he's screaming and stuff, but in this movie he was actually very calm. He was very calm. Giovanni, now he played a really good gang leader, man. He was all crazy, and he had like this voice, and he was all like, yo, I got tattoos on my neck, and I got great sideburns, and you better not with me, because if you with me, I'm gonna kill your family, and your wife, and your kids, and you are gonna die. In this movie, he was actually one of the better roles. Expected some good acting from him, and that's what I got, and I'm happy I saw that. J.K. Simmons was also great for what he had, but he's great in everything, so no surprise there. What I expected was a straight-up action movie, where the story was Giovanni's gang character kidnaps or does something with the wife and kids of Marky Mark, and Marky Mark gets all angry and does a job to try to save his family. And that's it. And they went a little further than that. They actually took like these weird directions and twists, and it wasn't really necessary. You don't have Oscar-worthy material here. It's not revolutionary. It's your standard action acts. Once they get on the ship and once things start to commence, it gets interesting, but then that's where things get a little rough. It was pretty straightforward until a certain point in the movie where things just went all over the place and started getting all jumpy. And then by the end of the movie, you feel exhausted, and it's just like, you know, well, why'd that have to happen, and why'd this have to happen, and will that happen? Also, the movie dragged hard. By the end of the movie, there are a few plot points that never really conclude. They're just left wide open, and you're supposed to suppose, oh well, this guy went to jail, or this guy just went on with his life. If you remember The Departed, the last shot of the movie involves a rat, which is a good symbol of what happened in that movie with the rats and everything, the snitches. But in this movie, there's something similar. The last shot of the movie was actually pretty laughable, and it didn't need to be there. Like a lot of things from this movie, there are things that didn't need to be there. They could have cut a lot of this movie, and it could have been a lot better actually. It wouldn't have been much better, but it would have been more entertaining and more rewatchable. Because quite frankly, I can't see myself watching this movie ever again. It was fun for what it was, and if I ever see it on TV again, I'd be like, oh, I remember that movie. That was okay. I'm gonna change the channel. This is what this movie is. Oh, I'm so bored. There's nothing to do. Oh, what should I do? Yo, bro. Yo, I'm so bored. Oh, you're bored too? Oh, that's great. I just found out. Did you hear about the movie Contraband? Yeah, that Marky Mark movie, that Mark Wahlberg movie. You want to go see that? Yeah, we got nothing else to do. Okay, I'll see you in 10 minutes. Hmm. Basically, if you have nothing else to do and you want something to entertain you for 2 hours, even though it's going to feel like 4, go see Contraband. It's a decent time. You'll have, if you bring friends, even though they might fall asleep like mine did. That was bad advice. I'm sorry. But seriously, if you're bored, you have nothing else to do, go see Contraband. If you have better things to do, don't see Contraband. There are much better things to do than go see Contraband. But overall, I give Contraband a 6 out of 10. I'm MaffmanJones. See you next time.